Hello, welcome to blogfaithful.com. I'm Kim Tester, and I am the creator, if you will, of blogfaithful.com. And I wanted to go over the blog post with you for this week, and simply because I'm doing an on-screen share, but simply because I wanted to show you some examples of the things that I'm going to be talking about today. Okay, we're going to talk about SEO, on-page optimization, tips for beginners. These are just a few things that you can do to kind of optimize your content on your blog posts or your pages. You might ask, what is SEO, on-page optimization? Well, it's these little elements that we're going to talk about that you can implement that will influence your ranking in the search engines. But another thing it also does, makes it easier for your audience and your readers to read and scan your blog post. So it's, kind of eye candy for your audience. So don't let search engine optimization, that term, scare you. You might be like me, you don't want to bother with that stuff, you just want to blog. But trust me, you don't want to blog without this, and you need to learn SEO basics and how to optimize your blog posts. So moving right along here, the first thing we want to implement are your title tags. Now, as far as we humans are concerned, that's exactly what these are. When we look at this, we'll say, well, that's a title of this section. The tags, basically, that's the coding within your page, and that's what the search engine is going to see, is that coding. And when the search engine crawls your website, and it's going to see the coding for this right here, and it's going to automatically know that that is a title tag. There are several levels of title tags. If you go over here to the dashboard and look at the post, we're going to see right here, here's your how you format them, and it goes down to heading 6, or down to 6 levels. I don't usually go past 3, mostly stick with 2, but it depends on what the content is about. So, and we, of course, use them where appropriate. But one tag is your H1 title tag, and this is used only, H1 is used only for the title of the page or the blog post, and that's going to contain your keywords, and it lets the search engines know what the post or page is about. So you can see up here, that's my title tag, H1, and over here it is right here. So we don't, as far as the body of your and you have to be careful on your themes and stuff, and pay close attention, because not all of them are good at coding this. But right here, this is your H1, your title there, and you notice you got the heading 1 down here. We do not want to ever use this in the body of our post or page, because it's right there. So we only want to use that once. And then the H2 and H3, which you'll see again right here, that is what these right here are, and it's going to break down your content into sections and make it look nicer and more organized, again, for your readers. Okay, it makes it easier to, again, your content makes it easy to scan. And again, that's important today, because most of our readers, they're not going to read every word of your blog post. They're just not going to. I don't do it, and so it's just making it easier for them to scan through and see what everything's about, and that's again important today to do that. So the second thing that we need to consider when optimizing your post or page is the content itself. You want to be sure that you provide quality and valuable content to your readers. They're out here looking for answers to their questions, and your content needs to have depth to it. And don't make it a sales pitch trying to sell something all the time. That's not necessary. You can have calls to action, but just provide something valuable to your readers and to your audience. Answer their question in detail, and as far as your writing, write it like you talk and like you own it, and have some confidence there. As to the length of your content, write all that you need to write. Answer their question in detail, and write so that when they finish reading your post or page, there'll be no need for them to subscribe to your list. I know that that's going against what we're trying to do here, but actually it in the long run it will be better for you. Give away as much as you can afford to here. Be generous, and don't hold anything back. That's going to help your readers, and they will appreciate that. And then we're going to implement or use a plugin to help with SEO. It's called Yoast SEO, and what you'll be doing, you'll be filling in some meta information, and that meta is just like over here. This shows the what the search engines will be seeing, and this is what they're going to be reading. You'll see that meta right there, but this tells the search engine what the page is about. There are areas within the plugin that you'll be filling in. Just to the meta title that tells specifically what the page is about to the search engines. The meta keywords, and I'll show you over here in just a minute. But the meta keywords, they don't influence your ranking at all. If you include them, you're just giving away your keywords to the competition. So really, you just need to forget about the meta keywords and don't even worry about using those. But the meta description, this is the sentence or two of the description that when you let's look over here in the search engine. When you Google something, and it lists all the websites here. Of course, you got the title and you got the web address, and right here, this part right here, it's called your rich snippet, and that is your description. That's what you're going to be filling in, and that will, as it says, this is where you can take advantage to sell your readers on your answers. Now, I don't mean sell, that's probably a bad word to use right there, but to let them see that you have provided a real answer to their questions. So what that actually looks like, I'll take you down here. It's at the very bottom, be at the very bottom of your post. This is the plugin right here, and when you come right here, you'll see it automatically picks this up right here. So, and it includes the first paragraph. It's the first paragraph of your website. So, it's important to have your focus, your keywords right here in your first paragraph. And it's important to fill out. Now this is not the same thing as your meta keywords that we talked about over here. This is the focus keywords, which is the keywords that you picked out to base your content on. So that's what that is. So we want to be sure and include that, and again, that helps the search engines, and also it can show with your description, show your readers that you've answered the question. Okay, the fourth element we want to implement is imagery, and I prefer, we need to use at least one image. I prefer to use the one at the top, like this one right here, at the very beginning of the blog post, and then a vertical image about around the middle of the blog post. And when you use this like this, the vertical one, be sure you hug the text around it like that, and it just makes it look nicer and neater. And it's also important to optimize at least one of the images with your keyword phrase that you've used, and you'll include that in the alternate text when you upload your picture to your media library, and we will get into that in another post. But this is for the alt text is actually, it isn't used for SEO purposes. Actually, it is used for people with visual disabilities, and they have special software that when they come to your website, that software will read that alt text to them. So that's what the alt text is actually for. And another thing, with images, try to use something unique, something that's not so flashy with these big arrows and stacks of money and things like that. You see those all the time. That stuff's just it just doesn't do anything for anybody. Probably turns people off more than anything else. But here are a few sites: bossfight.co, thestocks.im, minimography.com, and stocksnap.io. Those are just a few of the places that I'm familiar with, that I use. There are more out there, but these are Boss Fight is my favorite. So there's a lot of great images on there, and they're free, of course. So that's it for imagery. The number 5, be sure that you do not go overboard or overuse your keywords. Don't try to make them fit in your content. Just in a natural manner, natural way of writing. Just use them in various variations of your keywords. Your keyword phrases really matter in the title. So as long as you've got them in the title, as far left as possible. Just switch it up after you have it in the title. In your blog post, in your page, just use different variations of your keywords. Number 6, the page URL. And you'll notice up here, of course, it's the address of your blog post or page on your website. For example, right here on this one, you'll see this right here. Okay, that is called the permalink. And the words that make up the permalink here, those are called slugs. So one note on the slugs, there are some words, I would call them fill-in words, but they're actually called stop words. The, a, for, to, you get it, etc. It depends. It's possible that they could hurt you, but it depends. So to avoid that possibility, just make sure that your keywords again are as far left in your title as possible. Okay, and then the 7th thing we need to implement is and be careful about is linking. You can link to outside pages like this, but what we're talking here is linking back to your website from other websites, and people have they've gone crazy on this. It's they get into black hat link building, and it's just not necessary. In Wikipedia, you can see in the field of search engine optimization, link building describes actions aimed at increasing the number and quality of inbound links to a web page. And black hat link building refers to the process of acquiring as many links as possible with minimal effort. This is not even relevant anymore. Link building like this. The best way to link, have incoming links, inbound links coming into your website, which of course creates more traffic for you, is just simply create the content that's worth linking to. You don't have to go out here and do all this crazy stuff. So just create that valuable content, and people will automatically link to it. So it's not hard. These are some simple steps. Some of it may sound foreign to you right now, I understand that, but as we go along, I hope that will get better and you'll begin to understand more. Just implement these factors, and you've got it. So let me remind you, if you'd like some help setting up your web presence, and you would like some coaching, go check out my coaching services, and that will tell you all about that. Any questions you have, feel free to contact me. I would love to speak with you or email with you and answer your questions. And I appreciate you stopping by. I hope I have helped you more than confused you, but again, I'm available to answer your questions. So again, feel free to contact me, and I would love to help you with any of your questions relating to this post or blogging. Till next time, God bless, and thanks again for stopping by. I do appreciate it.